Arthur swallowed hard, his whole body trembling from cold, shock, and the tiny flame of hope flickering in his chest. He wiped the rain from his eyes and stepped toward the open door of the Rolls-Royce. Inside, the air was warm, so warm it almost hurt, and the smell of leather and expensive perfume felt unreal, like stepping into another world. And sitting there, legs crossed, hair sleek, and eyes sharp as diamonds, was the woman from the bus shelter. Clean, powerful, regal, her transformation was so drastic Arthur didn't recognize her at first. But then she smiled. Soft, gentle, familiar, and he froze. "You," he whispered. "Yes," she said quietly. "You saved me last night. Now I'm going to save you." Arthur blinked rapidly, unable to speak. "My name is Elena Vance," she said. "I'm the owner of this company, half this city, and every building in the skyline you cleaned today, including the one where that creature mocked you." Arthur looked down, humiliated at the memory. "I saw everything," Elena continued. "And I will make sure that man never hurts anyone again." Arthur shook his head. "Please, I don't care about him. Just my daughter, Lily. She doesn't have much time. I don't have money. I don't have anything." Elena leaned forward, her voice unwavering. "Arthur, your kindness bought her a future long before you knew who I was." She nodded to Alfred. "Take us to the hospital. The surgical team is already in transit." Arthur's breath caught. "You mean, you'll pay?" "No," Elena said softly, placing a hand over his trembling fist. "I'll overpay. Lily will get the best cardiac surgeon in the country. The best equipment, the best room, the best care, and you will never worry about money again." Arthur squeezed his eyes shut as tears streamed down his face. Silent, shaking sobs of a man who had finally run out of pain. "Why?" he whispered. "You don't owe me anything." Elena shook her head. "On the night I thought I was completely alone, you gave me half your food, your coat, and your kindness. You showed me something money can't buy. You reminded me what humanity looks like." The car pulled away from the curb, leaving the stunned landlord still staring. Arthur didn't look back. He didn't need to. His entire life was changing in the space of a heartbeat. And somewhere in a hospital room, that heartbeat was waiting for him. Part 2. The hospital's private wing looked like something from another planet. Polished marble, silent hallways, machines so advanced Arthur didn't even know their names. Lily was already being transferred when he arrived, surrounded by specialists in blue gowns. "Daddy," she whispered weakly as he approached. "I'm here, baby," Arthur said, brushing her hair softly. "You're going to get better. I promise." Elena stood behind him, watching father and daughter with a rare softness in her eyes. The lead surgeon walked up. "Mr. Sterling, we're ready for her. This procedure is delicate, but we have every tool we need. We'll take good care of her." Arthur nodded, though his legs were shaking. As Lily was wheeled into the operating room, Arthur collapsed into a chair. Elena sat beside him, hands folded, expression calm but intense. "Whatever happens," she murmured, "you won't face it alone." Hours passed. Tortuous, silent hours, each one stretching like eternity. Then the doors opened. The surgeon stepped out. Arthur shot to his feet. "She's stable," the doctor said, removing his mask. "The surgery was successful. She's going to make it." Arthur's knees buckled, and he would have collapsed if Elena hadn't caught him. "Thank you," he sobbed. "Thank you. Oh God, thank you." The doctor smiled. "You can see her now." Arthur entered the room slowly. Lily lay there, tiny but alive, color returning to her cheeks. She opened her eyes and whispered, "Daddy, does this mean we're going home?" Arthur kissed her forehead. "Yes, a real home this time." Behind him, Elena spoke gently. "You won't return to that street, Arthur. I've arranged housing, a job, schooling for Lily, everything you need. This isn't charity, it's what you earned." "But why go this far?" Arthur asked, voice barely a breath. Elena stepped closer. "Because this city forgot compassion. Because people like Viper taught everyone that power means cruelty. And because you reminded me that true power, real power, is kindness." She looked out the window, her voice colder now, steel wrapped in silk. "I will make sure this city learns that lesson. Brutally, if necessary." Arthur stared at her, realizing the truth. Elena Vance wasn't just a billionaire. She was a storm. And tonight, the storm was on his side. Lily's heart monitor beeped softly, a steady, perfect rhythm. A miracle rhythm. A rhythm that meant their nightmare was over. Arthur squeezed his daughter's tiny hand and whispered a promise he could finally keep. "We're safe now.